Our next story is from Uzbekistan. Next week, it is scheduled to host a crucial summit, a summit of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. It will take place in the city of Samarkand. Over 8 world leaders will be in attendance. They will be meeting for a period of 2 days and discuss issues of global significance. And tonight, I want to talk about two of the attendees, Russian President Vladimir Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping. The two are expected to meet on the sidelines of this summit. What can we expect from this meeting? What kind of optics will be playing out? And what dividends should we look forward to? Over the next 3 minutes, we'll break this down and discuss. First things first, this will be the first face-to-face meeting between the two leaders since Russia's invasion of Ukraine. It would also be Xi Jinping's first overseas trip since the Wuhan virus pandemic and Vladimir Putin's third foreign visit since the war started. So the expectations are naturally running high for this summit. Both Russian and Chinese diplomats are actively preparing for it. And speaking to a state news agency, Russia's envoy to Beijing said, I'm quoting now, "This summit promises to be interesting because it will be the first full-fledged summit since the pandemic. We are planning a serious meeting of our leaders with a detailed agenda, which we are now, in fact, working on with our Chinese partners." The Chinese side has refused to divulge any details, but it is laying the groundwork for this summit. Last Wednesday, Li Zhanshu, the chairman of the Chinese parliament and the number 3 in command, visited the Russian city of Vladivostok. By doing so, he became the highest ranking official to leave China since 2020. And what did he go to Vladivostok for? To attend the 7th Eastern Economic Forum. And reports say he also held a bilateral meeting with Vladimir Putin, perhaps to lay the groundwork for his meeting with Xi Jinping. Remember, the two presidents last met in February, weeks before the Kremlin sent troops into Ukraine. They signed an agreement to strengthen ties, pledging that their bilateral ties would quote-unquote have no limits. And since then, China has carefully supported Russia's campaign in Ukraine, tacitly so. But it has also sought to appear neutral and avoid repercussions like Western sanctions on bilateral trade and business. But in the run-up to this meeting, the two sides have become more vocal about their partnership. Case in point being the joint military drills that were held earlier this week in Russia's Far East. They involved troops mostly from China and a few other countries. And analysts say Russia wanted these war games to project its military might ahead of the meeting. Do these drills mean Moscow and Beijing plan to forge a military alliance? No one knows. However, in the past, Putin has often said that such a prospect cannot be ruled out. For instance, in October 2020, at a conference of foreign policy experts, Putin had said, and I'm quoting, "China and Russia don't need a military union, but theoretically it is quite possible to imagine it." Now, has the time come to turn this imagination into reality? We shall find out in exactly 8 days. On the 15th of September, Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping will be meeting and talking out the future of their alliance. This story is still developing, and we will be monitoring the developments closely. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.